Hey guys, welcome to Club Cal Online. My name is Grace. I'm here with Tesh, and today we are going to take you through an upper body strength workout. Today, all you need is a yoga mat or a towel or something to pad the floor. You might not need it, but just in case. And then if you have a pair of dumbbells or some kind of weights at home, grab those. If you don't have dumbbells, another great option is to grab a backpack and fill the backpack with books or rocks or whatever heavy objects you can find. All right, once you guys are ready, let's start warming up. And we're just gonna warm up with some shoulder circles. One of our favorite warm-up movements here. We love this one. We do it a lot. Make sure you keep the elbows locked and get as much movement through those shoulder blades as you can. Aim to keep your trunk in a hollow body position. We want to try not to flare the ribs out as those arms are coming backwards, so hollow body here. Today's upper body is going to focus mainly on overhead push. So those of you guys who are looking to strengthen your shoulders, this is a great workout. For those of you guys who are more advanced and maybe starting to move into your headstand push-up training, this is a good workout for you as well. Let's switch directions. Let's go the other way. Awesome. Yep, and again, keeping the core tight. Lots of movement through the shoulders. Aim to keep the elbows as straight as you can through this movement. Lovely. All right, let's shake out those arms. We are going to go into a forearm plank. And the purpose of this plank is to practice the movement of pulling the elbows in. So you're gonna come down onto forearms. This is where you might need the mat, you might not. So elbows are right underneath the shoulders. Try to get the hands wide if you can instead of hands in. And then from here, what I want you to focus on is squeezing the elbows towards one another. They're not going to actually move, but you're going to pull them together as though they are. So when we get into our pushing, one of the things that we're gonna work on is keeping the elbows in rather than letting them flare out. So this is gonna start to warm up that movement. We're gonna hold it for 30 seconds. You can be on your toes or on your knees, all right? All right, let's get to it. Down on forearms, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Good. And again, the focus here is pulling the elbows towards one another. So you'll feel it a lot on the front of the shoulders, into the pecs. Yes, nice guys, we're already halfway. Squeeze inward, like you're trying to make a wrinkle in your mat. Awesome, so solid. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Beautiful. We're gonna warm up the wrist. We're gonna be doing some work on our hands today. So we're gonna start with first knuckle push-ups. Elbows are straight, a little bit of weight on those hands. You're gonna come up to the first knuckle and then nice and slow back down. We're gonna go for about 30 here. You want enough weight on those hands that it's challenging and you feel it in the forearms, but not so much weight that you can't slow it down on the negative. Keep the shoulders stacked on top of the wrist the whole time. Common mistake here is for the shoulders to fall behind the wrist, so make sure that weight is forward on top of the hands. So good. And we're gonna go the other way. So for this one, you might have to lean back a little bit. You're gonna keep the elbows locked, pull the knuckles and the fingers back towards your shoulders, okay? Common mistake here is to bend the elbows. We want to push the eye of the elbow forward as we pull the hands back. Excellent. This is also one of my favorite wrist warm-ups before any handstand work or planche. Awesome. This one's hard. Lean back as far as you need to. There we go. So nice. Let's get a couple more reps in here. And rest. Awesome. We're gonna go into that plank again. I'm gonna give you guys a different option to take if you'd like. If you're more advanced or if you're familiar with headstands, instead of the forearm plank, I'm gonna give you the option to do a tripod headstand. So what that looks like is you're gonna create a triangle with your head and your two hands. All right, so common mistake is hands right by the head. We don't want that. We want them down, they're shoulder width apart. And then same elbow movement that we did on our plank, right? We don't want them flaring out. We're pulling them in, okay? And then from here, you can bring elbows to the backs of the arms and hold it, or you can go all the way up into your tripod headstand. Again, either way, the focus is pulling those elbows in rather than letting them flare out. You can use a wall for support. If you're not familiar with a headstand or you've never done it before, no worries. You're gonna do the forearm plank and it's the same thing. You're hugging the elbows towards one another, okay? So find whatever option is best for you here, and we're gonna go for 30. Whatever you want, yeah, either one, whatever you're comfortable with. And begin. Good. Tesh is sticking with that forearm plank, which is great. This one is actually more challenging on the core and the shoulders than the headstand. The headstand is just a good way to get inverted. Either way, regardless of what variation you're doing, you're pulling those elbows towards one another. 10 seconds. Very nice. Last 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. We're going to go into those first knuckle push-ups again. Exact same thing coming up on that first knuckle. Nice and slow on the way down. Good, good. Elbows are straight. Slow down that negative. Try to take a 3 to 5 second negative on the way down. You're going to feel this one in your forearms, right on this side, on the inside of the wrist. Very nice. Good. And then let's take that other one. Lean back as much as you need to. Keep the elbows straight. Pull the knuckles and the fingers back. So good. Yes. Awesome. And let's just bring those hands down and lean forward for a stretch. You can go side to side here if you need to. Again, we are going to be spending a little bit of time on our hands today, so we're going to get them nice and warm. Good. Good. Let's bring the fingers back. Lean back. Same thing, you can take it from side to side. You can pedal out those hands just a little bit. Perfect. All right, it's time to go into our first strength set. This is going to be an inverted push-up. So again, this is going to be a similar movement to what you would be doing if you were working a headstand push-up. So you're going to start off in kind of a down dog position. I like to turn my hands out a little bit. It's just a little bit friendlier on my wrist so you guys can be forward or out. Down dog position. You're going to bend the elbows, dive your head forward in front of your hands. So we're not aiming in between the hands, we're out front just a little bit. And then just like we worked on in that forearm plank, your goal is to hug those elbows in, right? It's not elbows out, it's elbows in. Dive the head forward, tap it down to the floor if you can, and push back up. This is already hard as it is. If you're not making it all the way to the floor, go as far as you can and back up. All right? If you guys are way more advanced and you want to make this more challenging, you can elevate the feet up on a chair or a box, or if you've got a full headstand push-up, by all means, go for it. All right, we're going to do 5 reps. So whenever you're ready, and I will just give you guys a minute to work these on your own. Just get 5 reps, and then we'll move on to our core. We're going to work a little bit of core in between. Awesome, Tesh. And the closer you can get your feet to your hands, yeah, we really want to get the hips on top of the shoulders as much as we can. Beautiful. I see you tapping your hat to the floor, Tesh. Nice. Yeah, as you guys can see, it is a tough exercise. 5 reps. Then we're going to work the lower back a little bit. We're going to pair that with an arch up. So down on your belly, feet are going to stay on the floor. You're going to lift the chest up and down if you'd like, arms above head, but really we're focusing on that lower back to give the arms a rest so you can bring them by your side. We're just gonna do 30 seconds here, then we'll take a little rest before we go into our next round. All right, and begin. Awesome. Our core is 360 degrees. It's not just our abs, it is also our lower back and our obliques. So it's important that we strengthen the lower back as well. We're halfway. Awesome. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Awesome. All right, shake it out a little bit, stretch your wrists if you need to. When you guys are ready, we're going into your second set of those inverted push-ups. Again, the goal is to get as much weight on top of the hands as you can, getting your hips up on top of the hands and really squeezing those elbows in, not letting them flare out. All right, whenever you guys are ready, 5 reps. Good. Yep, if you guys can see Tesh, notice how he's diving his head forward. He's aiming for in front of his hands, not in between his hands. He's keeping those elbows inward, which is really hard to do. Good. Do the best you can today. Again, if you guys aren't getting all the way to the floor, it's all good. Do the best you can. All right, we got arch ups, 30 seconds. And begin. And I would recommend to either keep your hands by your side or elbows out, just so that you're resting your shoulders. You don't have to, you can bring your arms above head and make it more challenging, but it's going to make your push-ups harder. So I'd recommend to rest the shoulders and focus on the lower back on this one. 3, 2, and rest. We'll take a second to shake it out. Yeah, stretch those wrists if you need to. Guys, this is a lot on the wrist, so please stretch them out in between. All right, we're gonna go into our third and final round. When you guys are ready, inverted push-ups. Let's do it. And again, I talk about this a lot, but it is important if you guys are doing strength sets. 3 to 5 rounds is usually best. If you only have time for 2, that's better than nothing. We're gonna go through 3 rounds of our strength sets today. You guys are always welcome to pause the video and do more if you'd like. That's awesome. So nice, so good. Nice work, yeah, those are hard. That's why we only do 5 reps, because it's a lot. It really is. All right, let's go into our last set of arch ups, and then we'll move on to our next strength set, all right? And begin. Good. Awesome. I love how Tesh is pausing at the top. He's not rushing through. Sometimes when it comes to core, slower is better. Getting that time under tension. We're doing so good, guys. We're over halfway. Got about 10 more seconds on these arch ups. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. All right, I'm gonna walk you guys through your next 2 exercises. Now's a good time to grab some water or stretch it out if you need to. The next movement, we're gonna grab our dumbbells or our backpack, and we're gonna work an overhead press. So this is working the similar range of motion, but it'll be a little less weight because we're not using our body weight. So we're gonna do about 8 reps instead of 5. So you're gonna grab your weights, palms are face in, and you're gonna start with those elbows down by your side, right? So when we do our headstand push-up, the end range is here. We're gonna go all the way down to get a little bit more range of motion, then you're just gonna press above head, okay? Aim to keep the ribs in. What we don't want is it dumping into the lower back. So keep ribs in, really fight to hug those elbows in, just like we've done all day. What we don't want is elbows out. We want them tucked in. If you guys are using your backpack, it's very similar, right? You can hold the sides of it, same thing, elbows are in, and you're pressing. All right. In between, We're gonna continue to work the lower back a little bit. This time, instead of lifting the chest, we're gonna lift the legs. So you're gonna be on your backside here, legs are together, and you're gonna lift up and down. Similar to that arch up, but now legs. All right, we're gonna do 3 rounds. Let's do it. So we're gonna do 8 reps of these presses, by the way. I don't know if I said that earlier, but we're gonna do 8 reps on your own when you're ready. Let's do it. Very nice, good. And on the way down, the elbows are squeezing in. For those of you guys who are working on your handstand line, you can work on shrugging the shoulders up to the ears at the top. Good, I don't know if those weights are heavy enough for Tesh. Hopefully he's being challenged here.
Oh, it's still challenging.
Good, good, good. Wasn't sure. Awesome, and again, we're working that same movement that we do in our headstand push-up, but using the weights just allows us to get a little bit more volume in. Good, all right. Next up is that the prone leg lifts. So chest is on the ground. We're gonna go 30 seconds, this time just lifting the legs instead of the chest. And begin. Awesome. You guys are gonna feel this in your lower back, but you're also gonna feel it in your glutes, your hamstrings, and your inner thighs as well. Sometimes one of the most challenging parts of this is just keeping those heels together, right? It's a lot of inner thigh work here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome, guys. Whenever you're ready, we're gonna grab those weights and go into round 2. It's about 8 reps. If your weights are a little bit too heavy, you can aim for 6 to 7 reps. If they're a little lighter, maybe closer to 10. Awesome. Yep, we want to bring those elbows down by the side. Get that handstand shape at the top. So nice. And also, while you guys are doing this, if you're able to see Tesh's core, you can see that he's keeping his ribs tucked in really well as he presses above head. This is hard to do. Do your best with it. Yes. Oh yeah, he's working. Awesome. Yeah, good. Good. He's being challenged. That's what we like. We want it to be challenging, right? All right, we're gonna go into that second set of the leg lifts. And 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Lift it up and down. That's great. And you guys will notice for most of us, this is not a huge lift, right? Those legs are really only coming a few inches up off the ground, especially the thighs. That's okay. It's really not about getting super high. It's about strengthening the lower back. We got 10 seconds. So good. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. All right, you guys, we are almost there. We have one more round. As always, feel free to pause the video if you need to and get a little extra rest time. And then when you're ready, we have our last round, somewhere between 8 to 10 overhead presses, and one more round of those leg lifts. You ready? I think so. Let's do it. You think so? Okay. We're about to find out, right? Awesome. And this is going to be tough. We've done a lot of shoulders already. They're tired. Really fight to keep those elbows in, to get as much range of motion as you can, and ribs pulled down and in. Awesome. Good, good, good. He's crushing it. You guys at home are rocking it. Awesome. When you're ready, we're going to do that last set of leg lifts. 30 seconds here. All right. Tesh is ready. Let's do it. 3, 2, and 1. 30 seconds. Good, good. Last set is always tough, right? It's when we're the most fatigued. Do the best you can. Whatever that looks for you and your body right now, you can always do your best effort. Let's give it 10 more seconds here. A couple more good lifts. Get those thighs as high up off the ground as you can. For 3, 2, and 1. So good. So good. All right. We're going to finish off with a little bit of push-pull conditioning. We're going to start off with some archer push-ups. We're going to try it out. This is a challenging movement, but there are definitely ways to bring it down as you need to. So here's what it looks like. I'm going to show this one on my knees. So if you can do a full archer, one arm is all the way out to the side. It's straight. This other arm is going to bend, and you're going down into that push-up and back up. Okay, it is a lot of weight on that straight arm, on the elbow and the bicep. So you can try it on your knees. We're gonna do 5 per side. If it's still too much on that elbow, please, please, please be listening to that elbow and bicep. You don't have to have it all the way straight, right? You can bring it somewhere kind of halfway in between and have that elbow slightly bent. But either way, most of your weight is still on that single arm, all right? We're gonna do 5 per side. The second exercise that we're going to do is part of this circuit. You're going to grab your dumbbell or your backpack, and we're going to do a row. You're going to set up in kind of a lunge position. Whatever side the weight is in, your opposite leg is forward. You're going to lean forward, pull that weight up towards your rib cage. Okay, we want that chest nice and low here. That's going to be 10 reps. Then we're going to finish with shoulder taps for 30 seconds. You're down in your plank, hips are flat, feet wide for balance, and you're just tapping that opposite shoulder. We're going to go through 2 rounds of this. All right, we ready? Let's do it. All right, we're starting with those archer push-ups. I'll give you guys about a minute to try those on your own. Please, please, please be listening to those elbows. You do not have to get that extended arm all the way straight. Tesh is very strong. These are his jam. You're going to do 5 per side. You can do them all on one side and then all on the other. Yeah, this is his jam right here, but just know this is not the first time that he's done this, right? He's probably been working on these for a while, so if it is your first time, please, please, please take it to the knees. Bring that other arm in a little bit if you need to, totally fine. Good. And again, you're gonna feel a lot of tension on that opposite bicep. Nice job. Those are your jam, yeah. All right, when you guys are ready, let's grab that dumbbell or your backpack, and we're gonna do those bent over rows. I'm gonna give you guys about another minute to complete 10 per side. So 1 leg forward, 1 leg back. Whatever leg is forward, yeah, you had it right. If the dumbbell's in the right hand, you're gonna have your left leg forward. Yeah, good, lean that chest forward. We got 10 reps per side. Very nice. Notice how he's keeping his back super flat. That's what we want. We want that chest almost parallel to the floor, so low here. Good. Yep, 10 reps. Remember to get that chest low, almost parallel to the floor. Good. See if you can hinge forward just a little bit more from the waist. Yeah. There we go. That's what we want. That way we're hitting the upper back and those shoulders. This workout has been primarily push, so we're adding a little bit of pull in here to get those rear delts working. Awesome. Solid. And remember, guys, that backpack full of books is a great option here as well. The last one is those shoulder taps. I'm going to time you guys for 30 seconds. This can be on your toes or on your knees. The goal is to not let those hips wiggle side to side, all right? You ready? Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. I think so. We're about to find out, right? Awesome. So good. So good. It does help too if you bring your hands a little bit narrower. That way that supporting arm is right in the center. That can help a little bit. And really pay attention to the hips. Imagine that you're balancing a glass of water on your low back and you don't want it to spill. We got 10 seconds here. Squeeze the glutes. Don't let those hips wiggle. Stabilize, stabilize. Last 5. Oh yeah, nice. 4, 3, 2, and 1. So nice, guys. Let's take a quick wrist stretch before we go into our second round. Let's bring those palms up, fingers face in. We are going to go through 2 rounds of this conditioning. You guys are, of course, as always, welcome to take it through a 3rd round on your own. And whenever you're ready, we're going to start with those archer push-ups again. You ready?
It's exhausting.
It is, yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. We're getting through a lot. This is a lot of push. It's a lot of upper body. Take as much rest time as you guys need. Grab water as you need it. And then whenever you guys are ready, we're going to start on that 2nd round, archer push-ups. And again, feel free to come to the knees if you need to. That extended arm does not have to be fully locked out. Listen to your body as you do these. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, guys. Tesh is strong. He's been training this stuff for a long time, and he's feeling it, right? He's out of breath. This is tiring. So if you guys at home are feeling winded, if you're feeling tired, if your arms are feeling shaky, just know that that's normal and that's okay. It is okay to take extra rest time if you guys need it. All right, let's get to those bent over rows. If you need to adjust the weight, if you need to go heavier or lighter, now's a good time to switch out those weights or switch out the weights in your backpack. We're almost there, guys. And make sure that chest is way far forward. Yeah, there we go. About 10 reps per side. Squeeze the shoulder blade onto the back. Really nice. Yeah, you got it. Keep that chest low. Good. Excellent. We're almost there. We're almost there. You're doing great. You're doing great. And remember, guys, if it's challenging, that's a good thing, right? We want it to be challenging. We want it to burn a little bit. That's how we get stronger. But always be listening to your body too, right? Know when it's time to back off. Good. Lean forward just a little bit more for me, Tash. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. That's really nice. Okay, shake it out. We've got one more set of those shoulder taps, and then we will slow it down and we will stretch those shoulders. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. All right, we're almost there, guys. We got 30 seconds of work, and that's it. All right, let's do it. You're crushing it. Yeah, he's feeling it. Again, remember, if you're winded, if your arms are on fire, if your core is on fire, that is okay. That is a part of it. We are working hard here. All right, 30 seconds, and then we stretch. 3, 2, and 1. Remember that coming to the knees is always an option here. Even just holding a plank is a fine option as well, right? If you're really starting to get shaky with those arms, feel free to just put the hands down and hold, or maybe you go to forearms and just hold. We're halfway. So good. Awesome. We got 10 more seconds. Tesh is taking that plank hold, which is great, right? Take it to wherever you need to. 3, 2, 1, and rest. So good. As let's go ahead and come down onto our bellies. We're going to stretch the shoulders. Let's lay down a little bit, huh? So come on down to your belly. We're going to take a letter T stretch. You're going to take one arm out to the side, palm face down, and just roll over towards that arm until you feel a stretch. We did a lot of push today. We worked the front of the shoulders and the chest. So this is going to feel really good on those muscles that we just worked. And as always, guys, we only did 2 rounds of the conditioning. You are more than welcome to pause this video, take a 3rd round if you want a little bit more, and then join us for the stretch when you're ready. And let's take it over to the other side. Let's get that left side. Same thing here. That palm is down, elbow is down, and we just want to roll it open. Good. Good. We are done with the hard stuff. So take some deep breaths, slow down that exhale, get the heart rate down. Let's calm that nervous system a little bit. And let's come on up to a seated position. We're gonna stretch the triceps. So you're just gonna bend one arm, bring it behind the head, grab it with your opposite arm, and just give it a really nice pull. We also worked our triceps quite a bit today, so this is gonna feel amazing. Continue to take those deep breaths. And if you guys are working this at home, if this is really challenging, if you're having a hard time getting through these sets, remember that is okay. The more you do it, the better you'll be. Yeah, go ahead and switch sides. The more you practice it, the stronger you'll get, the easier it will become for you. And let's stretch those wrists and forearms out one more time. Bring the fingers back to face you. Push the heels of the hands down. You can either hold it here or you can pedal out those hands, bringing one heel up at a time. And go ahead and release it. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you next time.